So students should proceed they should search from like some outside sources, because like only depending on college will not be fulfilling the things, right? So we should focus, like we should search the outside opportunities, because like now we are having like handful of technology, so ChatGPT and everything, right? And before, like if we think like past 10 years ago, it's hard. Now it's very easy, right? Because like we are having
It's about like every student joining the college, and till the end of the college, after that they will try to get employment, they will try to get the job. So welcome Swaz bro to our podcast.
Yeah.
So I warm welcome you to our podcast.
Thank you.
So our audience is watching, and the podcast is about like every student joins the college, and till the end of the college, after that they will try to get employment, they will try to get the job. So as I know you personally, from the first year onwards, how you choose the different path to become successful in the initial stage. So can you first tell your audience, who you are and currently what you are doing and which year you are in?
This is Sai Swaz, right? So currently I'm pursuing my BTech final year into Kalasalingam University, Madurai, right? And so my native place is Nellore, Andhra Pradesh, right? And so currently, I have been working in a startup, right? So from past 2 years, 7 months, right? I got like enough experience, right? I made a revenue of more than 50 lakhs, right? And trained more than 300 students, right? And there are like many more things which I did. I traveled many places, right? I represented myself in front of thousands of people in various conventions, various events and all. I got appreciated in various events, right? I got several recognitions, right? And many more things, right? And so, like when I was into my first year, I was thinking I should do something unique while compared to others, right?
Yeah.
Because like most of the people, they'll be doing the same things which others are doing, right? We should experience like new things. We should explore new things, right? We should get to know what are the other options students will be having, everything, right? So at that time, right, I got to know about an opportunity with one of the senior, right? I thought, why not to try? I started, right? I thought like, see, now two situations will happen, right? First situation, if I am doing best in there, right, I'll be better than some everyone, right? So in my college, right? So like if I'm building something and if I'm reaching to good position, I can able to live my dream life. Right? If not, then what will happen? I'll be having some experience, some exposure, and some skills will be developed by which I can able to get some good job. Right? There'll be no loss anyhow, right? Either I'll be like achieving my dreams and good in my life, right? Or I'll be good at some job, right? So something is better than nothing. I thought like something to try, because like in our college we'll be having lot of free time, right? So our classes will be ending at 4:35, right? And like we know, as we are hostlers, we'll be sleeping at 12:31 like that, right? We are having like 7-8 hours of free time. Right, so in that 7-8 hours, right, so daily we don't study, right? In exams, like one night batting only we'll do, right?
Sure.
So what we'll do like daily, like at least like 3-4 hours we'll be wasting in Instagram, movies, Netflix, these kind of things, right? So I thought like why to keep like at least 1 or 2 hours, right? So to become a better version of myself, right? I started, and that is where like things got happen.
So I was, as you see the current scenario of job market, or like the AI booming and layoffs and other things you can hear. So if there is any student other than academics where the student needs to focus on?
Yeah, right. It's a good question, right? So actually, like, see, most of the people, what they'll be doing, they'll be focusing only on their studies, right? Except that like students should build a 360 degrees profile, correct? So it means like he should have experience of some clubs, right? And some events, and some, he should attend some hackathons, right? And he should become part of some projects and some startups, some internships, right? And many things he should try. Because like the one who is having 360 degrees exposure, he can able to handle any of the situation, right? And even if he cannot able to crack in college also, like in campus placement, right? He can able to like crack from outside also, because he's having those kind of skills, right? The one who is dependent only on academics, right? He cannot able to survive for the long time, right? If he's having more skills, right? For example, like so consider there is one table, it is having only one leg, right? It may fall at any time. If there is another table which is having 4 legs, if one thing is broke also, like another, it can stand for a little one. It will be acting as backup, right? Students should like focus on like multiple skills, right? Like communication skills, problem solving skills, objection handling skills, leadership skills, negotiating skills, right? So problem solving, objection handling, like this, there are many skills right, which a student should focus on, right? And like similarly, right? So they should become part of some startup, right? It is my suggestion, because in startup we learn many things, right? We'll learn many things, right? So where they'll be able to become a better version of themselves, right? It will be helpful for them, like for their placements also, and like if they want to start some startup, it will be helpful there also, right? And you know, like most of the people, like why they cannot able to start the startup, right? They'll be thinking, I cannot afford like that kind of funds, right? So because to start startup, people will be thinking we need lakhs of rupees investment and all, and like people will be thinking, I need some experience, right? So after completion of final year, I will try, right? Like this, the most of the people will be thinking, correct? So and see, like if we cannot able to start something on our own, we can collaborate with some startup, right? So because like I was reading in one book, right? So 21st century is all about collaboration. If you are not collaborating, we are not in 21st century, right? Even see Amazon, what they did, right? At beginning only they don't started their own brand. Like what they did, they collaborated with some brands, Redmi, Vivo, Oppo, Realme. They collaborated with some brands. Right? After that, they built some business. They made some profits. With that, they started another brand. Right? So they started their own brand, Solimo, and like there are some more brands which is of Amazon's own brand, right? And similarly, Reliance, right? At beginning, he started like by collaborating with some brands, and he like retail them. He made some profits. With that, he started his own brand, Jio, right? So like that, like we can collaborate with some startup, right? Where there'll be a minimal amount, right? And like otherwise, like there'll be something, right? So criteria to get qualified, right? And so we can collaborate there, and like we can get some skills, some experience, and we can make some profits with that. Even if we got some other idea, we can start a new startup also, right? So with that, like those all things we can add in our profile, right? So for example, like consider like there are two people going for an interview. That interviewer asking what extra I did than academics, right? What the people will say, college clubs and this, right? So like if that person is saying like something extra than others, they'll be getting more chance to get hired, right? So for example, there is one person who's saying, sir, Java, Python, C++, everyone will be doing that in college, right? We know that thing, right? And if there is another person, he said, I'm having this club experience, sir. I became like speaker in front of this many people. I can able to host the events, right? I train like this many people. I can able to manage team. I can able to lead people, correct? So even like I built this much business, 50 lakhs, 1 crore, whatever it is, right? I'm training like this many people, everything, right? So sir, like one thing, right? In my free time, 1 or 2 hours, if I can able to build this much, if I can able to come to your company in full time, what I can do? I can do far more, right? So like that, if they answer, what will be like, they can able to get that job also. Right? It will be helpful for them also, right? And like those are the skills which AI also cannot able to replace.
Sure. So what do you think about the practical knowledge or project building knowledge? As we can see, we were in a CSE IT department, and we use it to have lots of theory, but we know that projects are not being taught how to build. If I will tell according to my experience, what I felt is when I went into the project and they were telling, okay, this is a project you have to build, and they never told us how to build that project, or how to at least think, how to have an ideology of building the projects. So that project building aspect was always missing. So what is your thought in the IT sector or CSE sector, how they should build the projects?
Yeah, right. So this is a good question, right? Actually, see, like most of the colleges, what they're doing, they're just focusing on theoretical things. Right? So they're not focusing on practical things, right? So what I believe is, like, say, we should focus mostly on practical skills, right? So 70 to 80% we should focus on practical things, and only 20 to 30, that's why we can focus on theoretical things, right? So for example, let's take, like, see, if you want to learn swimming, without entering into how we can learn, right? So it is like most of the colleges, they're teaching theoretically, right? So it means like they are showing some YouTube video and saying learn swimming, right? Instead of that, they should like say how to go into pool and how they can do that. So they can also do like same tutorial and they can show. So this is the way where we can do, right?
Sure.
And because of not having theoretical knowledge, right, so students will be mugging up the thing, right? Like because of that, they will be not having real life skills, right? And so what companies will be thinking, in this college there are no skillful people, no need, right? So because of that, what they'll think, in this college, like anyhow, the skillful people will be not there. Like they'll be prejudging based on the previous scenario, and like from next year also they'll be thinking same, and like slowly placements are getting decreased, right? So that's why like students should be focused on practical skills more, right? And colleges also should make a decorum, right? So should make a system by which like most of the like marks also should be coming from practical knowledge, right? 70% of the marks from practical and 30% from the theoretical things which they are doing. And like for the practical things also, right, so teachers like they should teach, right, so how they can able to do this practically, they should show first a tutorial kind of thing, right, and once if they teach in that method, right, so if they taught that method, right, the student can able to do on their own. Like it's like if we are teaching some max problem, right, if like students is mugging up the thing, right, so if without learning that thing, right, so he can able to like write the answer completely, but like if values got changed, he cannot able to do. If he learned the method now how to do, if the values all changed also, then also he can able to do, right. Similarly, if teachers are practically showing, right, so this is the way where you can able to do, if this kind of problem is coming, you can able to do like this, right. If they are doing same kind of code, anything, right, so anything else, right, so they can able to solve in the same way because they learn the process, not only the final answer. Right? It should be taught like this.
So, as you told, project-based learning should be there. So, is there right now the lots of students are there from first year to final year, and they want to do the project-based learning? Is there any platform or is there any like students are willing to do the project-based learning even though their colleges are not teaching that? So they want to build the project-based learning portfolio of projects. So how, if it's not been taught in the college, then how they should proceed for this?
Right. So students should proceed like they should search from like some outside sources, because like only depending on college will not be fulfilling the things, right. So we should focus, like we should search the outside opportunities, because like now we are having like handful of technology, like ChatGPT and everything, right. And like before, like if we think like past 10 years ago, it's hard. Now it's very easy, right, because like we are having all the tools, right. Student can able to go to ChatGPT, can able to give that thing, right, so which they wanted to do, they can able to get like multiple YouTube channels or like some things, right, and like they can able to contact with some mentors, and like they can able to take some courses, right. So and like they can able to, right, so like become part of some clubs where there will be like practical events and hackathons will be happening, and even like if they want to learn some non-technical skills, right. So then like I'll be suggesting, right, so that which I personally feel is, right, so from SOL, right, School of Leadership, right, so they'll be teaching the skills in learn to teach process, right, so not only in any theoretical way, because like I personally been associated with that, right, from past more than 2.5 years, right, like what I seen is, right, so there we are learning the skills in practical way, correct, not only in theoretical way, learn to teach process, right, which will be helpful student to learn that skill in, right, so on ground with on ground experience, right.
Okay, that's about soft skills.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Okay, Swaz, what was that something which the college doesn't teach you, but during the journey you learn?
Right. So in our college, right, so the thing which they don't particularly teach is it's of how to handle fear, right. They'll be not teaching, we'll be learning in the process, right, how to handle stress, how to travel, right, and so how to spend money, right, so financial education, right, there'll be three types of education: scholastic education, which we learn in our schools; professional education, which we learn in our colleges as per our degree, right, so whether it is BTech or MTech, medical, whatever it is; and third one in financial education, how to manage finances, right. So this thing will not be taught in college mostly, right, so we'll be learning in the process, in the journey, right. And so there are like many things like negotiating skills, right, so like objection handling skills, right. So these things will not be taught by college, right, so we'll be learning in the process of our BTech or whatever it is of our career.
Sure. So it was very nice to have you on our podcast, Sai Swaz.
Thank you.
So Sai Swaz, it was very nice to have you on our platform, and I hope that all the viewers have got some knowledge, and if there is any question related to this podcast and any question related to the Sai Swaz, so please comment down that and we surely answer that. Thank you for